Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So today's video, mix of a couple of different things that's going on. The first thing we're going to be doing is we're going to be having a look at the cow shed, the calving shed, and what preparations has to be done with it to have it ready in time for calving, which is going to commence in roughly about 2-3 weeks time. So yeah, we're going to be getting the shed ready. The other thing we're going to be doing is we're going to be stripping the fertiliser spreader, something that has been on the card for the last while. So finally getting it stripped, I'm going to get a job done on it, so you'll see that a little bit later in the video. This isn't actually the start that I intended to have in this video. I had some footage where I took having a look at the shed, washing the shed out, or the initial part of the washing out and getting it ready before penning it out and getting all the pens ready up the top. But don't know where the footage went, disappeared. I must have deleted it off the GoPro. So we're going to join in just after the shed has all been washed. We're going to have a look around it, and yeah, you'll see then where we pick it up. Just before we start that, don't forget, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, hit the sub button, leave a like in the video, comment down below if you have any questions. Yeah, let's get going. Okay, so we got that all washed out, left it there for a couple of days. It's just starting to dry out, which is what we want to see. I think the next thing I'm going to do is, we have some of the gates is hanging, but we'll hang the rest of the gates. The calving gate has to go back on here. We have to put the post in the ground here, and yeah, we'll just get all the gates hung. And that way, if there's any cleaning to be done then, we can give them a quick wash down as well. And when they're in, then we'll get them disinfected as we're doing the rest of the shed. So, okay, let's go with that. We get the rest of the gates in and in place. Alright, that wasn't supposed to fall over like that, but in any case, what's new? So we'll just try and walk her over and get her into the hole. It should fall in pretty easily. Once she goes, she should just go like so. And that's it now, just slots in, there's a little groove in it. There's a little bit of play in it, you have to put just a little bit of a wedge in alongside it, but not the end of the world. But at least when you do get it in, just like that. calving pens. Good progress made now. We've the place all more or less kitted out. Just after cutting all the timbers out for it. They're mostly new timbers. These ones all on the bottom here is new. The second one here from the top, it was just a weathered one. It was laying outside, and the top one is one that we had in here before, which is in good enough condition. So we're going to leave it and just use it. But yeah, at least that is done and dusted. We also cut a timber out here because there's always straw being pushed out in on the slats there. So that timber it hasn't been a timber there for a few years, and just having one there. You good job. Keep the straw in here in the bedded area. But yeah, good job. Happy with that. All that's left now to be done is we will disinfect the place. We usually just use a spray-on disinfectant and just do all the walls and the floor, but we're thinking about maybe whitewashing the walls on the inside. Go a bit old school on it because well, it worked well. Lime is something that kills all those bacteria and germs and all that kind of stuff, so it's just something that we have thought about doing and thought about it for a couple of years, and we're going to do it. We're going to whitewash the walls. We'll see, maybe I don't know, we'll start with the walls and see how it goes, and yeah, we'll take it from there. Now I did wash in the walls. They're still black looking, but it just won't come off. It's ground in, so look, it'll not matter. It has been hosed down. It's not going to make that much difference if it's whitewashed on top of it. If there's anything there, it will kill it. So that's that. Well on the way to being ready now. All that's left is a little bit of pipe up to sort out here. Put on the drinker on the timber here. So that's where it has been for years. Cow can put a head through this hole here in the calving gate, reach into the drinker, and yeah, that's all that's left. So we've got a pipe up to sort out on that. When the timbers broke away that time, it bent down the pipe, so we'll have to cut it and put a new piece in and re-plumb up the drinker and just get all that end of it working. So we'll do that later in the week. I might make a video as I'm doing that as well. But yeah, that is that. Alright, so another job that's been on the cards for a while, the Amazon fertiliser spreader with its rusty greedy boards. We're going to take them off. We're going to get new ones folded and do a bit of painting on them. So that's kind of what we have to do. Yeah, they're all rusted away. I did mention this a couple of times before over the last couple of years that it was something that was kind of annoying to look at, and that it was going to have to be addressed at some point. And now's the time. Going to get it done. We didn't really use this fertiliser spreader at all last year because first application of fertiliser was actually slurry last year. We didn't put on any compound at all. I lie, we actually were compound on about 8 acres because you couldn't get in, it was too wet. So we didn't use the fertiliser spreader at all. The rest was all liquid then, all last year. But this year we are going to be putting on some granular, and yeah, we're going to try and get this done. It's not going to be needed for another week or two because, well, the ground still couldn't travel in it here. I know some parts of the country be starting to get the fertiliser out. We're at least a week and a half, 2 weeks away with it. So yeah, we have a bit of time. Going to get them folded, get them painted, and we'll get them back on it. And yeah, that'll be it done. So we've some bolts to loosen off. We'll go up and have a quick look in and see what has to be done. Alright, so just a quick inspection in here, and it's even worse than the outside. Look at the state of that. Just stone rotten. This really annoys me, this kind of thing, because this is a problem with manufacturing that caused this, and it should have been sorted out by Amazon. I really shouldn't have to sort this out, but it is what it is. Yeah, there was an issue with the painting of them. They weren't painted properly and they all started to rust. It's only on the greedy boards. Bottom half of the spreader is 100%, no rust on it whatsoever. So yeah, really annoying, but we are where we are. So what are we going to do? Well, we're going to go around and take off. You see there's some 13 cuphead bolts along here in the corners, then more 13s holding on the corner pieces, and there's some then here on the side. So there's a row of 2 down in the middle. There's another row of 2 here. There's one here. There's another one here. Then 2 here. another row 2 there, another row 2 there, and I'd say there's a couple of spare ones here as well. So good few bolts to be loosened. Let's get going with it. So it's just coming apart quite nicely. 2 more bolts here, and that'll take the whole back section out of it. And then all I've left is I have a whole row here in this corner, and that should be it. It's well loosened out. Torture. Alright, so there's all the bits and pieces. We have 2 good ones, relatively good. We have a rust on them in places, but that's actually from one of the other ones. But yeah, these 2 here are fairly good. So they're good templates if we are going to go again with that. See here they're bolted on. There's a little bit of surface rust on a couple of places just where they were bolted on. So I'll clean all that down. You can see them straight around the top of it. I'll clean all that down before we bolt on the new ones. I am pricing them with Amazon, and I'm expecting to have to sit down when I get the price back. So kind of just weighing up our options. I think let's try and start to get them all folded like this here. You're going to be running into the trouble that it's going to cost a lot of money to get them folded like that, and you're going to be into the same thing again where you've got 3 different sections here, or 3 layers that fertilizer catches in each one when it's full. So I think what the best option might be is to get an actual box made up that's the same width, the same size right round, and all in one piece, and have it that our lid will go onto it. Just have it exactly the same size as what is there. Have it drilled, pre-drilled before we get it painted, that this here all sits onto it, and it would be a far better job and easier to wash down, because we're going to hold on, we probably will hold on to the spreader for another few years anyway, and yeah, so I don't see the point in not doing it. So yeah, basically have it the same height as it was, have it that'll hold about 2.5, 2.6 ton like it did, and just have it in all in the one box, and it should be a better job. So I think that's what we're going to do. We'll see. I will let you know how much Amazon comes back with the prices on these here. I should know tomorrow, and yeah, that should be a bit of fun to find out how much it's going to cost. But yeah, that's that. It's ready for that. In the coming days I will take this out, wash it all down, and I'll do the bit of treatment on all these bits here and try and have that ready. I'm also going to wash out the inside of it, panel wipe it down and polish it. I'll have to take these here grids out. I might actually paint these grids. There's a little wee bit of rust showing in a few places in them, so I'll clean all them down and maybe paint the grids here as well. And I'll I'm going to polish this, just leave that the fertilizer runs off it, because sometimes in the corners here it can hold a little bit when you're spreading. So yeah, it'll just leave it. It probably was never polished from the spreader was new, and the spreader is 2012 or 2013 from memory. So yeah, we'll have to just do that. So we're going to leave her in good order, and good to go for another number of seasons, or good many seasons to come. Because apart from that, the paint is actually very good on the bottom end of it. The few bits there that I showed you on the top, but actually the whole bottom of it's very good. It's in super condition, and it's working very, very well. You spread it, it's a lovely spread pattern, and you can't never see any streaks or stripes with it. So yeah, that's that. So yeah, so I don't know when the next video will be. I'm back up for another going of laser surgery on my eye tomorrow, so that's going to have me out of commission probably for a day or two, dust wise and all that. So I'll try to have another video up, hopefully around the weekend, and we'll see what happens. So that's it for today's video. Bit of a mix of different stuff that was going on. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to hit the sub button, leave a like on the video, comment down below if you have any questions. All that stuff helps the channel, and yeah, appreciate it. So see you in the next one.